This is every sweep's nightmare. The liner perishing. And the problem with this one is normally you get telltale signs when you know that the liner's going. You get little bits of silver foil, or when I say silver foil, bits of silver lining sort of mixed in with the ash. Sort of gives you a telltale sign. But this one is a big tall Victorian house, and it's got a hole in it about 25 feet up, and there was absolutely no way that you would have been able to tell that this liner was perished. You can see how much it's perished because it just sort of just crumbles away. As you can see, this is the bits that were coming down first, but by the time that was coming down, it was too late. The brush was stuck in it. Problem is when you're putting a brush up into these liners, what can happen is when there's a hole in the liner, the brush pops out of it. Of course, you try and bring it back down, and what happens is it pushes the liner down at the same time. And of course, it's all perished. What happens is you can't get the brush back down, and the brush can get tangled up. I had one once where sometimes you can be really lucky, and then you can push the brush right the way up through the top, and then out the top of the knock the cowl off, and then keep going through your rods. That's why I always bring enough rods to push it right out the top, and then it'll overhang over the roof and then down the side, and then I can pull it down from that way, and then that way you save yourself. But this one, because it had a hole in the middle of it, I couldn't go up because it wouldn't go in the hole of the liner, and I couldn't come back down with it. So the only way you can do it, I mean, a lot of people just give up, but I'm sweating at the moment big time because I've been here for about 40 minutes trying to get it out. And the only way you can do it, and it's just a little tip, it's a really simple, straightforward one, and not many sweeps do it, because like, the thing with me, I'm old school, you know, and a lot of people don't like me because I'm old school and I do things old school ways, you know, like with the brushes and the rods, and the way I can get around 90-degree bends with just doing silly little things like that, bending the rod over, and then it finds its way around a 90-degree bend. You know, all these old school. You have to remember that chimney sweeping's been around for a few hundred years now, and obviously they've not come up against liners and stuff like that. But if you ever get a brush stuck in a chimney, my recommendation to you is, like, don't panic. The first thing you do is you panic. Don't panic. Stop what you're doing. Don't keep trying to push it down and push it down. Because all you're going to do is push the liner down. That's all you're going to do in the end. You're not going to actually do anything else. So it's just going to push the liner down. It's going to spring back up because it's obviously a flexible liner and everything. So what you need to do is you need to send this bad boy up. Alright, go up there. And the reason why I say send this up is the little hook. Alright, you can get them with drain rods. I use them to remove birds' nest if they're really tight, but I normally use a smaller brush. But what you do is you send this up through the liner, and then what you do is you get up to where the brush is and you twist it around in the brush. It's just like when you lose the brush up there. And then what you do, I'll show you what you do is because look, I've got my brush back that was up there, and then what you do is you send it up, and then it goes into there, and then you twist it around inside like you would do as if you've lost it. And of course, what you have to do is you've got to be brave. You've got to turn it anti-clockwise so that you're going to lose I lost this and 3 rods up there. The problem with them is that I'm not bothered about the brushes. They're irrelevant. It's these little bits, these adapters. I always carry a spare one on board, but they're the things. They're the ones, because they go from one size to another, so they connect to the rods. You can get them that they can connect straight up, but you know, as I said, I'm old school. So you literally get one of these, you push it up all the way up to where the brush is, and then of course, if you think about it, it makes so much common sense that this has gone through the liner, right? And then this will be on top of the liner. So what you do is you turn this around. So like what it is, I can't really show you there, but you hook it into this like that, and then what you do is you pull it down, and then of course remember that the rods. So remember, when you first do it, you've got to turn the rod anti-clockwise so that it comes off. I know it's a weird thing to do, but you turn it anti-clockwise, and then hopefully you'll have 1 or 2 or 3. But I had three rods still up there. All right, and then but the rods were in the liner, and then what you do is you go up, because you'll feel the resistance of where this is, and then what you do is you twist it into it like you would do if you've lost it, and then you pull it down, and you keep pulling it down, and then you pull it down, and then what's going to happen is you're going to get some of this coming down as well. But this liner's shot to pieces, needs a new one. We're going to have to sort out a new one for the customer. That's going to be no problem. But obviously this could like hamper my next couple of days of work, because I'll have to order bits and stuff like that. I got spare bits on board, so I'll be all right. But if you haven't got spare bits on board, and or you sweep your own chimney and you have this situation, then what you do is you push that hook all the way up to where the brush is. Remember that the end of this will be connected to your rod, which you'll be holding it, and then you can push it down slowly. And once it will go into the pipe, because this part will already be in the pipe, and the other end of this will also be in the pipe. And once you get into the pipe and you keep twisting, it's going to bring some of the liner down, but you keep pulling it down, because a lot of people just give up. They just say, oh well, that's it, I've lost this, I've lost my rods. Sometimes when I first started 25 years ago, you know, I think I've had this 2 or 3 times in my whole career. And one time I lost 10 rods and a brush up in the chimney, and we couldn't get them out until we took the liner out and put a new liner in, and then I got it all back. The other time when it happened, I managed to be able to push it out the top. That's why I always carry loads more rods with me, and then I was managed to able to grab it from the side of the house and pull it down out that way. But if you can't, which you can't on this one because it was a hole halfway through it, what you need to do is you need to just you just need to, I don't know what happened there, you just need to persevere with it and keep pulling it down, and it will come out, as you can see here. So like, yeah, I've got it out. Yeah, just finish off this video. Yeah, the customer's very happy that I got the brush out, because obviously it can be a nightmare, absolute nightmare. But look at all that, look what it'll come down. You can see it where it's perished as well. It just crumbles. It's like problem is like if you burn coal in them as well. This is a real crap liner, by the way. This is so thin. It's really bad. But remember that little trick. It's so important. You remember that. I'm really glad that this has happened, but obviously not for the customer. I don't know what's going on at the moment, but my phone's just going off with messages left, right and centre. They must be watching my video. But remember, get one of these, push it all the way up into the brush, twist it into the brush like you've lost it, and then pull it down, but just gradually pull it down. You will get it out, but just be patient with it, and it will work. And trust me, it will save you quite a lot of money if you leave this sort of stuff up there, your brush and your adapters and everything like that. So remember that. It's if you ever get this situation, you know what I'm like. You can call me up, message me, and we'll have a chat and we'll go through it together. I've helped out a lot of people with the telephone conversations and advised them what to do and everything. So just remember that, and then watch this video again if you forget. And it's the best way of doing it, because remember that the rods will go up through the liner, and the brush will be at the top of where the hole is in the liner. And if you twist it around, pull it down, but yank it down, and it will come down, because obviously clearly it does, because here's the brush and the adapter's here. Here's the adapter. So it isn't just another brush where's the adapter? There's the adapter. So it's all come down. So remember that. It's a fantastic trick. So don't forget it. It could help a lot of chimney sweeps out there, because this does happen. It's every chimney sweep's nightmare. So remember it. And if you do your own brushing of your liner, of your wood burner, remember it as well. And I hope you don't get this situation, but if you do, remember the first thing: don't panic. Have a great day. From a sweaty Zachary from Zachary Sweeps.